Good afternoon. We're here back on the Business Expertise Show, and we're here today with Christina Waschko with Motherpreneur. So, a little bit about what Motherpreneur is all about.
Thank you so much, Michael, for showing interest and being here. Thank you so much. Here in Canada, I noticed everybody uses the term mompreneur, which is all good. I want to coin the phrase motherpreneur. To me, it sounds more, mompreneur is you have small children. I'm a mother, I have bigger children. You know, my children are 17, 14 and 11. I'm a mom, but also I prefer the term motherpreneur. To me it sounds a bit more, yeah, they're a little bit older, the children.
Yeah, oh, you bring a good point with that. Where I grew up, the mother meant more than just your own set. It was a position in the community.
Yes, I'm ruling my home. More my home than my community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mother does seem to be more fitting for that reason. It's more of a position in a community where you're a person to be, you're a lady to be looked up to in the community.
Yeah, and there's nothing to be ashamed of course not. I'm proud. I'm a mother first. When you ask me, I'm a mother first, then I'm a wife, and then I'm a businesswoman. But I'm a mother first, and this is my pride and joy. But a motherpreneur is somebody, to me, is somebody who is doing what she always wanted to do, kissed her excuses goodbye, and is living well because of it. To me, a motherpreneur, that's personally, is not somebody who wants to reach the top of her profession. To me, a motherpreneur is somebody who lives well of, doing what she loves doing because she follows her heart. Because if we do what we always wanted to do, maybe if you want to or not, we make money.
Right.
Because we're so excited, and people can feel we put our heart and soul into either the business, whatever it is you want to do. Yeah, or is it being a mother? It's fine too. Yeah, we run a household. We are motherpreneurs. Yeah, I mean most of us do.
It's very true. So Motherpreneur, it's about teaching women what?
How to kiss your excuses goodbye. Some of us do what we always wanted to do. Some of us don't. Now I categorize us I put us in three categories. With all due respect, one is the mother who always dreams about being a mother. Brilliant, fantastic. Then there's the mother who is the career, I don't want to use the word, but the career lady, regardless of children or no children, husband or no husband, I do what I have this vision, I climb up there and I do whatever it takes me to get there.
Right.
And then there's a third group, including me, who has lots of dreams and goals. But then we also want to be the mother. And we're holding ourselves back by our own excuses. And my dream is not to reach. I don't want to be the Chancellor of Germany. I don't want to be the head of the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. I want to get the items off my bucket list, the things I always dreamed about since I'm a little girl. And now I notice this is my 7th country, Canada, and my 4th continent to live on. Oh. And Michael, I have met not 100, I met thousands of women who, they say, I always wanted to be a stewardess, or I don't know, or I always wanted to run my own business, or I always wanted to travel the world, but then, my husband doesn't want to, or no, my children are too small, I don't have the money. And I thought, interesting.
Quite a number of excuses that you just rattled off there, and all of them seem to sit around someone else, and that has nothing to do with what they want. They're just giving away themselves in that.
Yeah, and being a mother is fantastic. That's the best job ever. As soon as we realize our children always need us, because this excuse goodbye, because they need us when they are when they're in our arms, they need us for survival. and
Right.
protection. When they are 6 feet, they need us as well in a different kind of way. They want to know, or they want to get rid of their stories. They want to know, oh, mom, she's checking on me. They have to feel I'm safe. I want to know, do they take drugs? Do they smell like alcohol? It's a different kind of
Right.
worry you have, and they still need you in a different kind of way.
Yeah. I have teenagers.
Yeah, so
know
you
what
know.
you
Yeah.
I know what you mean. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And being a son also is like my mother being almost 80.
She still
It's like-
worries about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course she
Yeah.
does. Yeah, that's who we are and what we do. Sorry, and coming back to the ladies I met, at one stage we either regret not having done it, or we are too old, or we're getting that disease, or we're getting that health problem. I see so often our children are off going to university, starting a job, going traveling, and here we are. Great, so I have this wonderful job, but then, is this really what I am? Who I am? What I always wanted to do? I'm 40, 45, my life is far from over yet. I still have that drive and energy, and then, that would change my whole life. If, we have the opportunity and the possibilities nowadays, we can do whatever we want to do, and then we having this little thing in our head, the little voices.
Yeah. So, what do you think fuels that little voice? Where does all that come from?
Oh, for me, childhood memories, the way we are brought up, television, media. So, for example, my parents, God bless, the best parents ever. Very nice, very conservative, very protective, very caring. They did everything right.
Right.
The one thing they didn't do is they didn't teach me how to dream. And my parents are hardworking. They didn't have time to listen to their daughter saying, "Oh, one day I want to marry a prince." Yeah, little girl, go. Or I want to write a book. Yeah, hello, who are you? Writing a book is for somebody else. Oh, I want to travel the world. Yeah, it's too unsafe to travel the world. You're a girl and lots of stuff can happen to you. I want to be famous. I want to be an actress. But you don't even have talent. What are you talking about?
Right.
So everything I ever said to them, they just patted me on the back, a little condescending. Yeah, you're good. And so I was never. I told them what I wanted to do, but they always belittled me, and they've always said, yeah, whatever.
Right.
So, for my parents, everything was safe. You have to be safe.
Right.
Marry the good old German boy from next door, have your 2.4 children, stay next door so we can see our grandchildren, have 2.4 children, and then just become a civil servant. That was a dream for me, to be a civil servant.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's security.
So it was the dream that was handed to you.
Yeah, yes, that was the extent they dreamed for me. And going to university, none of us ever went to university, so why should you? Why should I?
Right.
So that's the extent of my drama at home, which I know is not fair because there are really drama in some households.
Yeah.
But I think
we all have our own
exactly
drama. We all have our own story.
Yeah.
So, how did you get around all that? Because you own your own business now. You have a video cast on YouTube, which we'll get to that address where to find you on YouTube in a little bit. How did you get around all that?
So because my parents never taught me how to dream, what I did what my father taught me to do. I did a job first. When I finished high school, my father taught me, lay the foundation of your life, have a job. Because if you want security, you have to have a job. Don't worry about university. So I became a real estate agent. So under German law, I'm an accredited, licensed real estate agent. I did 3 years of training, fun time, but it's not for me. Oh. I like selling houses. I like, that's a nice house, and blah, blah. I do not like sitting down. I do not like sitting on a desk and bureaucracy. So after 3 years, they asked me, do you want to stay? I said, no, I don't want to stay. And by then I was, I think, 21 or 22. I did lots of summer jobs. I earned a lot of money and I bought myself a flight ticket to go to Australia. I told my parents I'm staying for 1 year. Deep down, I knew I'm not coming back. But I didn't tell them my parents. I didn't say.
Right.
Because for me, in my head, I needed to put distance between their way of thinking and my way of thinking. I knew I didn't want to become a real estate agent, or I didn't want to be one.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it to please my father and to get him off my back. But I didn't know what I want. So I thought, oh, let me go and widen my horizon. Let me meet other people. Let me go away from my parents. With all respect, but they poisoned my mind. I needed creativity. I didn't want to have a German boyfriend. I didn't want to have... I didn't want a German life. It's so restricted. We color inside. We don't color outside. And I don't know how that... I don't know whether this... I have itchy feet. I don't know where the genes coming from. My parents are settlers. They stay on one spot. But anyway, so I went to Australia. Long story short, and I never came back. I didn't come back. And this is 25 years ago, 26 years ago. The only reason I had to come back is because my passport ran out. At one stage you have to go back to your original country. I mean, at least at that time. But anyway, get this. So I took the step to leave. And then as soon as I left, all these doors opened up to me. Because I was so open to everything. I was mid-20s, young, fancy-free. I met amazing people. They offered me opportunities. For example, I spent 6 months on the Fiji Islands. I was a nanny.
Wow.
To an American couple. I spent 6 months in Florida. I worked in a boarding school. Due to all the connections I made in Australia, and then the best thing, I met who's now my husband in Australia. Yeah. So and then together we moved to England, and here's the thing. Sorry. When I was in Florida, I met my parents and we flew to the Bahamas. Okay. And I was 23 by then, or 24. And then for the first time ever in the Bahamas, I had a vision and I knew what I wanted to do one day. I saw a wonderful beachfront cafe in the Bahamas on Paradise Island. And can you see something and you say, oh God, that stirs something in your heart, and you just, yes, this is what I want. I'm excited. Yeah. This is I had this vision one day, yes, I'm great with people. I can make cocktails, I can make cappuccinos, I'm friendly, I'm cool, I can wear miniskirts. So I put this in my heart. One day I moved to the Caribbean and I own a beachfront cafe. And yes, unfortunately life doesn't turn out the way you want it to turn out. So I locked it in my heart, and for 17 years I made excuses of why not to do it. Right. Then we had our children. I told you I have 3 children. And long story short, after 17 years, I had these voices in my head, and they became so annoying, so loud, and so nagging. They said, Christina, you are nearly 40. And by God forbid, 40 is a great age. I still am on a mission. I had my children. I wanted to have this dream. The problem was, my husband refused to move to the Caribbean. Not me. I don't know why. He just refused to move there. And so I was forced with one of the biggest decisions. Do I forget my dream forever? Forever? And then really stop talking about it, Christina? Just be quiet? Stop? Or do I treat my dream? Because he made it clear, we're not moving, we're not going. Which is fair enough. Which is fair. So at that time we lived in Holland, and Holland is a fabulous country. It's one of the smallest countries in Europe, one of the most expensive, and one of the most crowded countries in the world. And right. The Dutch are funny, nice, they're very, very opinionated. If they don't know, they're just so honest, they're brutally honest. So here I am, 3 children, my big fat scary dream. And I thought, should I do it or not? I risk my life saving. I quit my job. I was a fitness instructor. I love teaching fitness classes. And then I fought my way through bureaucracy. I fought myself through the ignorance, not ignorance, the brutal, honest Dutch people that told me right from the beginning, Christina, a coffee lounge, the way you want to do it doesn't work here. We don't want children in our coffee shop. We don't want... What? You don't allow us to smoke? At that time, everybody was allowed to smoke. And so they gave me the thumb down right from the beginning. I said, oh, okay. Long story short, I became a massive success. Not me, my coffee shop, Strawberry Lounge, became a big success. And that's the other reason why I call myself a motherpreneur, because I actually started my business and I sold it. I sold it to move over here.
Okay.
So I am actually a business person. I'm not somebody who just talks about and is freelancing, doing her little video shows. I actually operated my own business and I could sell it. So I'm a proud motherpreneur. And I have the experience, everything I learned from running my own business and successfully selling it. I figured, man, I want to share this with you, because now I'm back to my next big scary dream. And I started my next project. It also took me a little while to get over that hurdle of, oh, you're not good enough, and who are you, and why do you think, are you crazy, you're too old, and yeah, you will embarrass yourself, you've never done this before. Yeah, and I figured, hey, let me offer my wisdom to everybody else who wants to...
So you're actually applying it and helping other ladies move through the steps that they need to take too.
Yes, yes.
Awesome.
And can I tell you the one thing which I think this is, you have to get out of your head, out of your mind, once and for all? You do not need experience. The most important thing you need is just do it. Done is better than perfect. Just do it.
So drive is more important than experience.
Yes. Oh, experience to learn why you do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So, how does this work? How do you guide women through their excuses and get them to set the excuses aside and move forward?
So because you don't know me, normally I would say I lead by example, but because you don't know me, you don't know what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. So I actually wrote a book. It's called The Strawberry... what's it called? Oh, The Strawberry Lounge book. Please edit this. So I wrote a book. It's called The Strawberry Lounge book. This is my experience of why and how I started my coffee shop and how it became a kick-ass success. It really has nothing to do with clever marketing, with having the best products, it has something to do with totally different. It's the way how you sell yourself and how you treat other people. Well,
you're looking at a marketing guy, so you say it has nothing to do with marketing.
Yeah,
and I'm going to say that you probably are a marketing genius, because you were able to communicate what you wanted the lounge to be about to the community.
Yeah, but then
there's one of my favorite definitions of marketing. Sorry.
Oh yeah, nice. Oh yeah, yeah. But then at that time, this is 6-7 years ago. Mm-hmm. I didn't know anything about marketing. I didn't have Facebook. I didn't use Google. I didn't use any social media. Nothing. I ran a business. I have no clue about internet marketing. Nothing.
Right.
Nothing. And can I give you a secret?
What's the secret?
The secret is, if you don't know anything about internet marketing, don't even do it. Because don't do it. You run a business. Don't do it.
That is very wise advice.
Yeah.
You wind up spending a lot of money on things, tools and stuff like that.
No. My experience is do what you're good at. I had a business to run. I have a family to raise. I don't have time for marketing. So from my experience, let somebody else do it for you. Mm-hmm. The girls I employed, they did all that. Come to them. They did the social media for me. They tweeted. And here's the thing, if you are so good in what you do, people talk about you anyway. They talk about you. You find a connector. My connectors were mothers. And we can talk. If we love something, We talk about it. Holy smokes. We found these mothers, they found heaven. I allowed them to breastfeed. They found their nirvana. They had great company. I had great music. I mean, I like ABBA, they like ABBA, so great music.
I'm a ABBA fan myself, so.
But then find the connector. If you have the connector and the early adopters, they spread the word for you.
Right.
They do it. You have something so kick-ass to offer. You don't need to do anything. They do it for you.
You found the right group of people to, as I like to call it, sneeze about you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But this is something I know now. But then I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And then I became a big success with teenagers. And the teenagers are brilliant. Teenagers and mothers, best connectors. They like something, they spread the word for you. Yeah. So find your early connectors and they spreading the word for you. And definitely let somebody else do the social marketing for you.
Right.
Because you focus on, if you want to run a business, run your business.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't do it all, somebody else can do it so much better.
Right. And you're absolutely right. There isn't just internet marketing. People talk about all the internet marketing that you can do. There are other ways of marketing your business just by going and networking within the community and finding that right group of people that you want in your shop. Yeah. Tell them, it just simply inviting them.
Yeah. And then coming back to your question, so I wrote the book, but I started a YouTube channel. It's called Motherpreneur TV, where I dish out tips and tricks and ideas from what I experience, but also I interview ladies, amazingly ordinary, extraordinary mothers. And I call them ordinary with due respect because I don't have anybody who has a triple Harvard degree there.
Right.
I don't have anybody who is married to Donald Trump. Who is married. Yeah. So these are amazing women who really follow their heart and they do it their way and they're sharing their expertise and their knowledge with us.
Is there a favorite out of a favorite lady that you interviewed or did?
First of all the ladies are brilliant. They're really good because they all have their nuggets and their pearls of wisdom.
I'm sure. It's like I'm finding that on my own path with the channel that I'm doing with this particular show. It's like everybody has
their nuggets. Oh yeah. And you have to pick the right ones for you because what I've been through, it's something totally different to you. But then if you want to start a business, business is business. There are certain ground rules. So I liked, I have to be careful because they're all good. But then the one, Homeless on Hastings, is really inspiring because I interviewed a lady who in her free time makes sandwiches twice a month, makes sandwiches and then goes to East Hastings and feeds them. So I was allowed, one Sunday I was allowed to film everybody, the volunteers, and I helped as well. And then we went to East Hastings, so very inspiring. Another one is Leaving Your Mark with Cheryl Bishop, who dished out really good business advice. Yes. Oh, I like that because it's very helpful, very down-to-earth, common sense business advice. And I don't know, everybody, or I did the latest one is, we have to program our mind to be successful. So how do you do that? Of course, we can visualize, but there's another way, is hypnosis. So I interviewed a lady, she uses hypnotherapy to change my mind, to change people's mindset. Amazing stuff.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, it's brilliant. So we all have our own, pearls of wisdom. And I'm so honored and thankful that the ladies, agreed to share their wisdom and knowledge with me. But I also have stories of, for example, one lady is divorced, all alone in a country, and she became a pilot. Yeah, hello, how do you become a pilot? Why do you become a pilot? A little story like this. Or another lady, she works 24/7 with her husband, owning a coffee shop. So, and I wanted to know, how is it being together with your husband 24/7? Pooh! And that is a funny one as well. Really funny. Very honest. So yeah, there are lots of. Oh, another lady, she's a clutter coach. She showed us how to declutter our home. I mean, how cool.
Wow.
Yeah. No, really.
Which, by the way, you have a very beautiful home.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
So.
Yeah, I cleaned this up for you. I cleaned this up.
So, you said you had to tweak your dream. So, what does that big dream look like now?
Oh, my big, fat, scary dream right now is you're looking at the future really successful talk show hostess on TV. So I want to have my own entertainment show on TV. And I started on YouTube because I figured if I don't start now, I never do it. And also, I mean, what are my chances that HSBO will knock on my door? You know, they don't know who I am, and I can't, I mean, I could call them, but if you do something like this, you really have to be in love with yourself. Not in a narcissistic way, but when you put yourself on the video, you have to like the way you look, the way you sound, the way you come across, or your quirky gestures, and man, and that took me so long to actually get comfortable with the idea. But I want to have my own, I'm going to have my own TV show one day. And
I like how you changed your word.
Yes, and I have this amazing concept in my head, which unfortunately I don't want to share with you because I don't want you to steal the idea.
Didn't we sign that non-disclosure agreement?
Oh yeah. Listen, yeah. But it's an entertainment show, not just sitting down and chatting, which there's nothing wrong with it. We have too much of it. Mine is very interactive, very funny. Mind you, I'm not funny in the sense that I can't, I'm not funny. I'm just not funny.
You say you're not funny, but you're exciting to be around.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
So funny in the sense that I'm not funny as Ellen, she's funny, and I'm not as soulful as Oprah. I'm Christina. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
you are
I'm
Christina.
And so is everybody else. We all have something so unique and amazing about ourselves that, come on, just kiss your excuse goodbye and go for it.
Right.
Just go for it. It's such a shame. For one of our friends, he just passed away 2 days ago. He's 61, and it just, woo. Of course we're going to die one day, we all do.
Yeah.
But then just, this can happen from one day to the next. And if you go with your music inside you, I think that is so sad. That is really sad. So that's my main motivator. I'm not afraid to die. I'm just afraid that one day I'm too old to do what I always want to do, and my bucket list is this long. And
yeah, that's the one that hit me after I turned 40 by myself.
high five. Oldies but goodies.
Yes, that's right.
But goodies. Yeah, and so it's what I said. Not so much getting older and wrinkles, and that's all good. It's one day I may don't have the health and the energy I have now. Right. And one day I hope not that I will lose the sparkle in my eye and my enthusiasm. You just never know what the future will bring. So therefore just do it now. Our time is, oh God, makes me cry. Our time really is borrowed here.
Yes.
I think, and I think, oh God. Yeah, always makes me cry.
Yeah.
Mm. So that's the whole thing. Kiss your excuses goodbye and do what you always wanted to do. Yeah, and especially as mothers, we bring up the future, and if we don't...
Okay, that is quite the dream. Your dream seems to be more than just the TV show. It's the TV show that inspires people to grow within themselves.
Yeah, and it's not, don't get me wrong, it's not for the narcissistic, I want to be famous reason. No, I don't want to be famous for I don't want my face to be known. Sorry, I have an itch here. I want I want my name to be famous for something. When people read the name and say, oh, she writes funny, she knows so much. Oh yeah, that's so inspirational. She has the amazing women or men on the show. And oh yeah, I do remember she did this. She doesn't have any Botox. She has, I don't know, she is the way she is. I have varicose veins. I mean, stuff happens, but hey, these babies can bring me everywhere. So I want to be the role model for, we get older, but it's cool, it's brilliant.
Right.
That makes me cry too. I don't know why. I don't know why. But it's a mixture of being a role model and inspiration and the motivation to, who are you not to do what your heart desires? Seriously, honestly. And there's always a reason why not to do it. Why don't you just see it as, there's always a reason why to do it. Our children, for example, are one reason to do it.
Right.
And if you don't have children, then it's we owe it to ourselves to do it. And if you can't decide, then what I always say, look ahead in time. So in 10 years, when you look back, would you regret not having done it? Mm-hmm. If you, but in 20 years' time, oh God, I kick myself. I know I kick myself if looking back and say, what, you're holding yourself back because you're worried about what Joe or Jim are thinking about you during your first video episodes? Right. How ridiculous. And that's another big one, this fear of embarrassing yourself. And I hate rejections. I don't like rejections at all. And this is one of my biggest things I'm learning and have to deal with. Because I just don't like. I mean, who does?
So what do you think of this? Through the rejections is where we find our acceptance.
Of course I know. Of course. Okay. Of course. And I constantly put myself into a position where I have to get a yes or no just to, to deal with it. And at one stage I always say, my God, how much older do you have to become in order to know you're not for everybody? And this is fine. Your product or your idea or your product idea, your TV show, it's not for everybody. It's all good. Yeah. So,
what's your nugget for today?
My nugget for today is be yourself. Everybody else is already taken. Because if you know how amazing and cool and quirky and funny or not funny, or energetic or not energetic you really are, man, you put on your shoes and go do it right now. And another good one is there's always a reason why certain things happen in your life. Always a reason. But for me, the big one is be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Yeah. Oscar Wilde. Yeah.
So, let's get that contact information. How do people find Motherpreneur TV?
Yeah. So every Wednesday morning, this is when I come out. But right now what you can do is you go to YouTube, type in Christina Waschko.
Okay.
And then there's my channel, Motherpreneur TV.
Yeah. Spell your name, please.
Christina, C-H, Waschko, W-A-S-C-H-K-O. And then have a look at certain episodes. I would really appreciate if you could subscribe. Yeah, subscribe.
Yes.
And you can drop me a line at christinawashko@gmail.com if you have a really nice story to tell. And I know everybody has a great story to tell. Please drop me a line, let's have a chat, and I will shine a light on you. Or you go to christinawashko.com. This is my website. I have a blog, funny stories, great tips. So christinawashko.com, Christina Waschko on YouTube, or christinawashko@gmail.com. Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you. I really
appreciate it. This has been a real pleasure.